Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is x to the power of 3 minus y to the power of 3. This is equal to x times y plus 61. Now, given that x and y, these are members of positive integers, and that x is greater than y, so what is the value of x and what is the value of y? Now, let's provide a solution from here. Now, we have that x to the power of 3 minus y to the power of 3. This is actually in the form of the difference of two cubes, which you can express as a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3. And this is equal to a minus b into the parentheses. This is a to the power of 2 plus a times b, then plus b to the power of 2. Applying this identity, then x to the power of 3 minus y to the power of 3 becomes x minus y. Here we have x to the power of 2 plus xy, then plus y squared. This is equal to xy plus 61. Now, the next step from here, this is x subtract y into the parentheses. Here we have x to the power of 2 plus xy plus y to the power of 2. Now, let's subtract 3xy plus 3xy minus 3xy plus 3xy. This is the same thing as x squared plus xy plus y squared. And this is equal to x times y plus 61. So we have x minus y into the parentheses. This is x squared. Now here we have plus xy minus 3xy. So this is minus 2xy plus y to the power of 2, then plus 3xy. Cross the parentheses. This is equal to x times y plus 61. Now the next step is that this is x minus y. Now, this particular part here, this is in the form of a squared minus 2ab plus b to the power of 2, which we can express as a minus b raised to the power of 2. Now, let's apply this algebraic identity. So this means we have x subtract y into the parentheses. This becomes x minus y raised to the power of 2, then plus 3xy, cross the parentheses. This is equal to xy plus 61. Now, the next step from here, we have x minus y here, and we have x minus y here. We have xy, so we can let x minus y be equal to m, and we can let x times y be equal to n. So let's express this equation here in terms of m and n. Therefore, we have m into the parentheses. This is m squared, then plus 3n. This is equal to n plus 61. Let's open the parentheses here. M times m squared. This is, now let's open the parentheses here. This means we have m times m squared. This is m to the power of 3. Then plus m times 3n. This is 3mn. This is equal to n plus 61. And what we have to know here is that m and n, these are also members of positive integers. Now, we have that here, m to the power of 3 plus 3mn. This is equal to n plus 61. So let's take m to the power of 3 on the right hand side, and let's take n on the left hand side. So this means we have 3mn subtract n. This is equal to 61. subtract m to the power of 3. Now, n is common here. We can factor out n, so that here we have 3m minus 1. This is equal to 61. Subtract m to the power of 3. Now, let's divide both sides by 3m minus 1, and also here by 3m minus 1. Now, we can simplify here, and this indicates that n is equal to 61 minus m to the power of 3 divided by 3m minus 1. Now, we have that 3m minus 1, this is greater than 0, as well as we have 61 minus m to the power of 3, this is greater than 0. Now, the next step is that 61 is greater than m to the power of 3. We have 61 is greater than m to the power of 3. So this implies that the possible values of m, remember m is an integer, the possible values of m that are less than 61, we have m equal to 1, m equal to 2, and m equal to 3. Now, from here, we can solve for the value of n. We can solve for the value of n. Now, let's start with case 1 here. In case 1, we have m is equal to 1. Substituting m, we have n is equal to 61 minus m to the power of 3 divided by 3m minus 1. Let's start with m. Let's substitute m here, so that n will be equal to 61 minus 1 to the power of 3 divided by 3 times 1 minus 1, and this is equal to 61 minus 1. This is equal to 60 divided by 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. So this implies that we have the value of n equal to 30. We have n is equal to 30. Now, in case 1, we have that when m is equal to 1, then n is equal to 30. Now, let's proceed to case 2 here. In case 2, we have m is equal to 2. Substituting the value of m, then we have n is equal to, remember n is equal to 61 minus m to the power of 3 divided by 3m minus 1. Let's substitute 2. So this is 61 minus 2 to the power of 3 divided by 3 times 2, subtract 1, and this is equal to 61. Subtract 2 to the power of 3, this is 8, divided by 3 times 2, this is 6. 6 subtract 1, and this means we have 61 minus 8, and this is equal to 53, divided by 5. And you find that this is not an integer. This is not an integer, and therefore this n is rejected. This n is rejected. So when m is equal to 2, n is 53 over 5, and this is not an integer. So this means that case 2 is rejected. Case 2 is rejected. Now, let's proceed to case 3. Case 3, we have m is equal to 3. Substituting m, we have n will be equal to 61 minus 3 to the power of 3 divided by 3 times 3 minus 1. This is equal to 61. Subtract 3 to the power of 3, this is 27, divided by 3 times 3, this is equal to 9 minus 1. And this implies that we have n is equal to 61 minus 27, this is equal to 34 over 9 minus 1, which is 8. And this is not an integer. This is not an integer. So this means that case 3 is also rejected. Case 3 is also rejected. Now, we have that m, when m is equal to 1, then n is equal to 30. So these are the only integers we have. Now, if you recall from here, we are saying that let x minus y be equal to m, and we are saying that let x, y be equal to n. Substituting the value of m and n, here this means we have x minus y, this is equal to 1, and x times y, this is equal to 30. So we have that x minus y is equal to 1. We can make x to be the subject of the formula, so x will be equal to 1 plus y. Let's substitute x in this equation here, so that we have 1 plus y multiplied by y, this is equal to 30. So 1 times y, this is y, plus y times y, this is y to the power of 2, this is equal to 30. Let's take 30 on the left hand side. This means we have y squared plus y minus 30, this is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation here. We can solve this quadratic equation by factorization method, and this means we have y squared plus 6y minus 5y minus 30, this is equal to 0. So we have got two parts here. From the first part, y is common, we can factor out y, and this means we have y plus 6, then subtract 5 is common here, so this is 5 into the parentheses, this is y plus 6, and this is equal to 0. So this means y plus 6 is common, so we have y plus 6, and what remains here, we have y minus 5, so this is y minus 5, this is equal to 0. Now we have got two parts here. We have y plus 6, this is equal to 0, and we have y minus 5, this is equal to 0. Now we have that y1, this is equal to minus 6, and we have y2, this is equal to 5. Since y1 is minus 6, remember we have x and y, these are members of positive integers. That is what we indicated here. We have that x and y, these are members of positive integers. Now, given that y1 is minus 6, this is rejected. So this is rejected. Now let's proceed with y2, which is 5. Now let's solve for the corresponding value of x. Remember, x is equal to 1 plus y. So we have x is equal to 1 plus 5. So this implies that x is equal to 1 plus 5, and this is equal to 6. So now we have the solution here. We have the value of x, comma y. This is equal to 6, comma 5. And this is the solution to this algebra problem. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and kindly subscribe. If you have alternative solution method, kindly showcase in the comment section. Showcase in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.